This program is made possible by support from the City of Murrieta, California. Murrieta, the gem of the valley.
On this episode of Curiosity Quest, I'm walking on thousands and thousands of plastic bottles, but they've been shredded, flaked, washed, and ground. That's right, we're watching how they recycle plastic bottles. You know, if you throw these plastic bottles in a trash can, they'll just end up in a landfill. However, if you recycle all these plastic bottles, I wonder what they can become. I'm Joel Green, and welcome to Curiosity Quest Goes Green, the show that explores what you're curious about. Well, Quinn in Southern California is curious about the same topic. He wrote, "Dear Joel, my quest idea is recycling plastic bottles." Well, Quinn, together, let's find out what these plastic bottles will become on today's Curiosity Quest. So I'm here with Nadeem from Global Plastics. Now, Nadeem, tell us, where do you get all these plastic bottles from?
Well, those bottles, we usually get them from the consumer, that they go to all these sorts of recycling centers and they redeem them, they get their money back, and then at the end they end up going to a processing yards where they take them and bale them, and we end up buying them by the box, like 2 or 3 million pounds a month.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And so these go to places like your local haulers or whatnot? Or?
Yeah, all over. We get it from all over the state. There's small recycling centers, there's big processing yards from all over, and also from curbside companies that people usually don't go through the stores to recycle. They just put them in the plastic bins and they bring them to processing yards.
How recyclable is a plastic bottle?
The whole bottle is recyclable. The caps is recyclable. The plastic bottle is recyclable. The labels on the plastic bottles are recyclable. Everything. Our process that we are using, the 100% that the bottles that we use from the post-consumer are being washed and are being used as sheet, and at the end being recycled 100%.
So there's nothing that becomes waste?
I don't. When we do the sheet line and we make it sheet, we don't add anything else. We don't add resin, we don't add pellets, we don't add anything. It just comes from our flake.
Wow, okay. Let's see some of this process here. How are plastic bottles recycled?
Put in a dumpster.
They put them in, they melt them.
They go in a big machine and they get mixed together and then like cleaned out kind of, and then put back together into like bottles or something like that.
They're recycled by getting them all together, and they go into this warehouse. And this warehouse has a conveyor belt, and on this conveyor belt they go into like this real hot heating element that melts them all down.
I put them in the can, in a bucket, then I take it to a company and then they give me money for it.
All right, so what are we watching right here?
Well, this is the first stage of the process. That's where they bring the bales from where we were outside, and they're gonna break them, break the wires, and then the bottles going being loose are gonna go straight to this bale breaker machine.
Okay, so it's gonna break the bale off?
Yeah, it's breaking the wires off, and then the bottles will be going through the machine.
Yeah, will they all fall off? Oh, they will, won't they?
Yeah, they were gonna fall, but because they're very heavy and they're
not the normal plastic bottle that will be recycled here.
Correct. That's why this unit ejects that.
Oh, okay. It's more like a milk carton.
Oh yes, yes it is, but it's an orange juice bottle right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
And now it'll reject all of these.
all of these, yes, correct.
So all the green bottles are being sent out of here by air?
Yes, by air. When it detects that it's a green bottle or a bottle that's not clear and cannot see through, it pushes it out to air and throws it on this side.
Now, this sometimes I see clear bottles coming out too, right?
Yeah, because sometimes it's stuck to the green bottle
Like that.
and it sends them together.
Okay.
All right.
Good job. I'm working now, huh?
Yeah, you're working.
All right, so then it goes down to the green on this side, clear on that
down this
side.
side.
Okay. And that air is air?
That's air.
Wow. Cool. You're not gonna hire me, are you? They just keep coming.
Yeah, they keep coming, right. But it's a great process.
We're stuck together. Hey, back. All right, so Nadine, that that I'm hearing, what is that?
That's the grinder sound. That's the bottles being ground inside.
Okay. Now, obviously, the green is being ground by one grinder, and then the clear is another.
Yes. So at this point, they're all together being grounded in the grinder, and then it's going to be blown directly to the wash line. And that's when the process begins of the washing part.
Okay. And they go through these tubes that I'm looking at above us, and
Yes, correct. The tubes that we looked at are basically to send it to the wash line, but also there's a pipe in there that floats the labels into a compactor outside the wash line.
so now we're gonna go watch it being washed.
Correct.
All right.
Here's your fun fact. Making enough bottles to meet America's demand for bottled water uses more than 1.5 million barrels of oil annually. That's enough to fuel 100,000 cars for 1 year.
All right, so we're in the washroom.
Yep,
So it's coming into those pipes in the wall, huh?
that's right. And what we're doing here is that the silo is where the flake is being stored.
That big blue thing.
Correct. Before it goes to the wash line.
All right, then the washers are behind us here.
Behind it right there.
All right, so once it's all dry, because I don't want to touch any of this stuff. This is all wet, icky.
Right.
But when it's dry, it should be clean, right?
Should be clean. Then we can go to the next phase of the process.
All right, let's go.
All right.
All right, so is this the finished product?
No, it's not. It's just flake that we sweep off the floor. We take it and run it back into the wash line.
So you're recycling the stuff off your own floor?
Yes, correct. We recycle everything.
Where's the finished product?
Right there.
All right, let's go. It looks like it's snowing on me. Whoa! So this is the finished product, huh?
Yeah, that's it. No labels, no contamination, nothing.
Now, I see blue in here, though.
Yeah, the blue is good with the clear. It takes away any yellowishness in the color.
Wow. So it's all shredded, it's washed, it's dried.
And it's ready to go to the next step.
Next step. Now, let me see if I... Oh, hey, Denise, what's this? You missed one.
I'm sorry. Hey there.
Look at all these diamonds. Woo! Well, maybe to you, right?
It's gold.
It's gold. It's gold. All right. All right. So, what are we gonna do with all these plastic bottles?
It ends up getting melted and turned into sheet.
Turns into sheets.
Right.
Okay. I guess I have to see it.
Yes.
All right. So liquid is going through, and now it's becoming a sheet at this point.
Yes, it turns into sheet, it goes through the bank, and then it goes through the silicone bath.
Right. It's just going from one roller to another to the.
Right.
Is this really hot right here?
No.
Oh no. Can I touch it?
Yes,
I should have did that the other way.
that's okay.
Touch. Ask him touch. So these are all the plastic bottles.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. And now it's going through another process over here. And you said all the cut pieces get recycled again.
Yes. It goes through the grinder, then it gets dumped back again and sent to the crystallizer.
All right. And so now our good pieces are going down. Wow. And are this big bowl. What will become of this roll of finished product?
Then we send it to the thermoformer users. They take it and make packages out of it, like strawberry baskets, cookies.
So all of our plastic bottles have been recycled and are going to be turned into new products.
All the way.
All the way.
This is a 100% post-consumer. Nothing is added to it.
Nothing is added.
Nothing. 100%.
And when you don't use something, or when something falls on the floor, or it gets cut off, you take it and you put it right back.
We grind it first and we put it right back. Yes.
All right. I'm going to leave you a bunch of plastic bottles, all right?
Okay, thanks.
All right, so Nadim, we saw obviously the bottles turning into products, and these are the caps. What do you do with all these caps?
Well, you know, when you go to a store and you buy plants, it's the pot that's holding the plant. That's what it comes.
You mean the black pots?
The black pot.
This is what it'll become.
Yes.
Even though some of it's orange, yellow, and
They take it all and it's 100% used back.
really? Okay. So now, what do I do with this big handful of?
Put it back in the bag.
Well, put it back in the bag. How about if I put it in our new product? How about that? Is that okay?
Okay, that's great.
So, and these are some of the strawberry cases, that the plastic sheets that we created. Can I say we?
Yes, you can.
Because I'm part of the process here today, right?
Okay.
Although you told me not to do things more than you told me to do things today. But anyhow, so this is one of our products, huh?
That's it.
What can you make from a recycled plastic bottle?
You can make another plastic bottle, or like something with plastic or plastic spoons or stuff like that.
You can make just about anything out of plastic. I mean, I was made out of plastic.
Other plastic stuff,
Like?
like other cans.
Toy house,
Sculpture?
Cars.
a plastic doll.
All right, so we made our way out to Oxnard, but we were at Pinnacle Plastics. We have all these rolls here. How you doing, Steve?
Hey, welcome. Good to see you. Glad you could come.
Well, thanks for having us.
All right.
So we're going to take these rolls and we're going to do something with them, huh?
Yeah, we're going to make some containers, and hopefully we're going to make some good ones, and it will walk you through the process.
Okay. Well, real quick, before we get started, how many of the, we have a lot of rolls behind us here. How many of these will you go through in a day?
Typically, each machine can run about 15 rolls a day, and we have 5 machines running. So do the math, that's about 75 rolls a day. We need to accumulate several hundred of these rolls to have enough inventory so that the machines don't run dry.
All right, so we're going to get started in the process, and what are we going to be making right now?
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to turn you into a forklift operator, and you're going to be responsible for loading a roll at at the end of the machine. We'll process that into containers, and then you're going to be the QC and packer at the back end doing count verification and making sure the product's looking good.
Okay, we got some work ahead of us.
Ready to roll.
All right, let's go.
Fun fact, fun fact, fun fact. Here's your fun fact. Last year, the average American used 167 disposable water bottles, but only recycled 38.
Seatbelt? Oh, seatbelt, yeah. Okay, you got it now? You know what you're doing. Good to reverse. Right here. Right here. All right. Turn your wheel, watch your wheels, and let's come back. Oh, whoa, hey! Whoa.
Raise it up.
I'm not sure. Good job, man.
Hey, thank you very
well
much.
Well done, well done.
All right, so Steve, I noticed that it's coming out in increments. It's not, you know, it's coming out a little bit at a time.
Yes, this is the machine is indexing. It's indexing an amount of material that equals to the amount that will be formed in each shot.
All right.
Which is basically the size of the mold that's in this machine.
Okay.
So if you have a 20-inch mold, you have a 20-inch index.
Okay.
And that's what you're seeing. The machine is all tied in electronically with eyes and sensors that determine the length of the index. The operator sets that at the beginning of each job for the mold, and so that we have exactly the amount of material that we need, no more, no less. I don't need to pull 24 inches for a 20-inch mold.
I see. So you're 20 inches, we're going about this distance right here.
Right,
Per
right.
mold. All right. And so it's obviously going down and
yeah, we have a loop here just so that we don't have the material tight and tensioning against itself. We have a loop, and there's a sensor there that tells the machine, I don't have plastic, give me some more. Or I have plastic, stop running.
Okay.
That's your simple feed control.
All right.
Fun fact, fun fact, fun fact. The energy we waste using bottled water would be enough to power 190,000 homes.
All right, so Steve, this big machine right here, what is this again?
Okay, what we have here, this is the forming station. This is the part of the machine that actually makes the part.
And I see it kind of popping out right behind us here. So this is, I mean, it's popping about 15 at a time, huh?
Yes, and this machine will run 15 cycles a minute. So 15 times 15 is the number of containers we'll get.
Wow. Now, can I touch it at this point or
Yes,
not?
yes.
Oh, I just can't hold it for very
That's
long.
right, because otherwise you'll wind up in the next part of the machine.
We don't want that. All right, so it's made the mold, they're warm. It's warmer.
Yes, the mold is cooled. There is cooling water going through that mold. It makes it rigid enough to be ejected and not distort. The next process, in this case, we're making strawberry containers. Strawberry containers have vent holes in them. The next process is the punch press that actually punches all of those holes out of the container.
And that's the big machine that's going
what we
into
got right here.
All right.
Up at the top is the punch die.
Oh, yeah.
And this die is configured by the number of containers across the web, which is the width of the material. So we are 4 across on this, so you've got 4 dies up there, each getting a row of punch scrap.
All right, let's go check it out.
Fun fact, fun fact, fun fact. Plastic bags and other plastic garbage thrown into the ocean kill as many as 1 million sea creatures every year.
All right, so Steve, you said they've been punched at this point right here?
Correct. We're exiting the punch press, and all of the vent holes are now in this container. You may ask, what happens to all those?
Well, I was just about to ask that.
Okay, well, we don't let that go to waste.
Oh, it's over here?
It's over here.
Oh, yeah.
We accumulate all of the punch scrap, and as you'll see later, this goes back into the extrusion process and makes more roll stock.
Wow, so you're recycling the pieces you're taking off right now.
All of the scrap that comes off of this line gets reused and gets converted back into recycled material roll stock.
All right. So now at this point, the strawberry containers, are they done? Are they made?
No, we still have one more operation to go.
So this is a machine that cuts?
Yes, now what we're going to do is we're going to take the container out of the web and actually cut it into individual containers.
Oh, all right.
And I'll tell you what we do with the scrap from that as well. Okay?
All right.
You're now at the packing station.
Yeah.
What you are looking for is you're looking for defective product. Watch what she does. Find anyone. I'm sure you'll find a bag. You don't like that, okay.
I dropped it. Now it's bad.
Yep. Yeah, well, see, it's not a good forming.
Oh, yeah. That's,
You want to get rid of that.
yeah, that's no good form. But throw it?
No.
Oh, no.
We will reuse that material.
Okay, so leave it here.
You want to keep it for. Exactly.
All right, so Steve, this is all the stuff that's not being used, right?
This is all the scrap that was generated from the other processes. Nothing gets thrown away. It all gets accumulated, and it comes over here to scrap recovery. What we do in this process is we will grind this down and put it back into roll stock.
Wow.
So it's a continuous loop. We don't throw anything away. So we have 100% recycled and 100% recycled and 100% recycled.
So not only are the plastic bottles recycled, we started with this, all right, and turned it into this. And now we're going to take this and we're going to grind it again and
turn it into this or something else.
Something else.
Exactly.
The full.
Correct. It all ends here, but then it continues because these packages will go out into the marketplace. They'll get recycled by the consumer again, and you'll start that whole loop that you saw from the MRF, through the wash line, through extrusion, through forming, through scrap recovery. The other part goes to the retail sales, and we continue the process all along.
What is polypropylene?
What?
It's something to do with recycling.
That's when we take the plastic bottles and we fill them with sand and we put the water inside of them and you make a polypropylene.
They're plastic little toys?
That's another type of plastic. It's just a polymer of a plastic, a lot of different chemicals all put together that makes the plastic.
One thing you should know, the material that we're using is PET, and PET is one of the few plastics that has properties that allows it to go through numerous heat cycles without breaking down. There are some plastics that you can only do this once or twice with. Right. We can reintroduce PET into the process at a diminishing percentage so that we don't get to that point where the material doesn't exhibit the properties that make a good container. Sure.
Fun fact, fun fact, fun fact. 14 20-ounce PET bottles yield enough fiber for an extra large t-shirt.
So remember to recycle.
Yes, and keep recycling.
And keep recycling.
Because we thrive on this.
Absolutely. All right, so we're done, right, Steve?
Yes, sir. Well, no, we're going to have you grind up some scrap because you've been such a good learner today. I'm putting you up on the platform. Since you helped create some of the scrap in the other building, we would like you to just...
Well, I get it. Since I'm a consumer and I took part in the consumption process, the making part, you're going to have me recycle it.
Well, it's kind of like leave no step, leave no trace, pack it in, pack it out. What you created, you will...
You had me carry all these over here, and you want me to do something with them now?
Well, there's no free lunch, as they say. So let's get you geared up. Put your sleeves on here.
These sleeves? These aren't socks?
No, those are Kevlar-lined sleeves, so that you don't cut yourself on the plastic.
I cut myself on the plow, all right? All right. Wow, what an amazing display of how we can recycle. Can't hear myself. I
want to thank everyone here at Pinnacle Plastics and at Global for teaching us how they take the products we use every day and recycle them. And I especially want to thank you, Quinn, for sending us on today's Curiosity Quest. Now, if there's something that you're curious about, go to kvcr.org, click on the Curiosity Quest link, and simply tell me what you're curious about. And who knows, it could be you that sends us on our next green quest. Now remember, this is our planet, and it's our responsibility to take care of it. So I'm curious, have you gone green? I'm Joel Green, and I'll see you next time. Remember to recycle. Turn this into something else useful. What are you guys doing here?
This program is made possible by support from the City of Murrieta, California. Murrieta, the gem of the valley.